Alright, greetings and salutations. It's time for the last quest in this little chain. Kind of a big deal. My namesake quest, whether it is actually my quest. Once again, we're joined by my good buddy Beef here. Thanks for all the help on these quests, Beef.
Or hindrance, you're welcome.
Or hindrance. I don't know. Last time you went top, I went bottom. We met in the middle. It was great. It was great. Summon a old healer here. You know, they have like a Warforged robot that actually has like not reconstruct but repair spells on him.
You've arrived inside Nimue casts a
That's okay. In 2 more ranks, I won't take damage anymore.
Or not as much.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man. So, a couple of things to keep in mind of this particular early game fight here is that you have to clear all the mobs, and some of the mobs don't activate until you get close. So you have to go get them. Not all the mobs are that way, but enough of the mobs are that way that you have to have a little extra care. Also, the dogs trip like cray-cray. So, if you get to the point where you can't get any further and you don't know what's going on, it's probably because you missed one of the patrols. Probably a dog hidden somewhere, like hasn't moved on to attack yet. It probably should have. I feel like there's usually a wave over here somewhere that needs to be taken care of. We were having a pretty fun little discussion about comic book stuff right before we started recording the video. And we're specifically talking about our favorite 3 villains, like comic book villains. If you're watching this video and you would like to contribute to the conversation, please leave your favorite 3, your top 3 comic book villains in the chat. I would love to see those, and it'll also give me a good judge of how many people may actually go ahead and watch this video on YouTube after the fact in a reasonably timely manner.
With the spider defeated, you look around to see where this gargantuan creature came from. You spot the entrance to a cavern up above.
It's always fun to get those kind of like metrics.
You enter the cavern. These gigantic tunnels extend further into the rock than you originally thought.
Oh, we had got one of these guys targeted. All right. So a friendly tip: you do not have to target these guys to get them to break out and come at you, particularly the giant ones, although I believe the little ones also had the similar mentality. So if you would like to stay back a little further and take care of trash a little bit more one at a timey, it's a good way to do it. Yeah, and it really only matters for the champs, in my opinion. Everything else is not that big of a deal. But for the champs, you want to have a little bit more of a care, especially the big champs like this guy, this Demon Soul. It's a whole lot of bad news bears. See, the guys hanging out with us on Twitch.tv live right now. We have a Thanos Vader Negan. Negan's from the
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead comic book, right?
I don't have any experience with him, but a lot of people like that guy.
The only experience I have with him is I know him as the dad from Supernatural.
I didn't watch the show or read those comic books. So.
I have not either. But I like that actor a lot.
He does have a cool bat that he hits people with.
That's true. And then we have the most annoying ones that sadly invaded the real world is Mojo. So I don't entirely know that particular villain.
Are we talking about Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls?
Oh man, I hope so. That's actually I was thinking Mojo Jojo, but I didn't.
How about Spacely Sprockets? He's a pretty evil guy. Is he a villain?
What? He's not evil. He's just a businessman.
He's a slave driver.
I mean, he just wants people to do their job. That guy literally comes in, pushes a button, and leaves.
He's the villain of the Jetsons.
Oh, man. Everybody always hating on capitalism.
What about Gargamel?
I like Gargamel. I like Gargamel so much I actually refer to the giant underground as Gargamel.
His whole thing is he wants to eat an entire race of sentient beings.
Well, not always.
That's pretty evil.
Not always. Sometimes he just wants to turn them into gold.
Well, okay. It's pretty dark though. Like, I'm gonna eat you. Oh.
All right, so I'm going to try to show you guys this trap box and how to disable it. It is a real bear. It is possible. It is not very easy, so I probably won't show you more than just like one attempt. But if you stand on the very, very edge, oh, I'm gonna get it. Stand on the very, very edge of this lamp. Basically, you're
in the sweet spot.
I'm trying to think of the video game. Mega Man. You basically Mega Man. You put your left big toe on the edge of the.
Yeah, if you're not standing on that thing, you're too short to get that trap box. No matter how many TRs you have, no matter what race, you're too short.
Correct. You have to stand on that lamp to get it.
And once you get big, the trap box goes away, so you can't disable it later.
Yeah, it's a real bear. It is.
And if you're too close, like to the other side, that blade trap hits you while you stand up there.
And that blade trap hits real nasty sometimes. See if I can get just this champ here. Alright, he's not a scary champ.
Beastmark? Beastmarks are terrifying.
Beastmarks are not terrifying when they're that far away.
They have like a power-up mode. They Hulk out.
Well, they got to be close enough to hit you. Ranged champs, ranged Beastmark would have been scary, but a guy who was running at me as a Beastmark is not scary. How's that for clarification? All right, this room. There are a couple of trap boxes in this room. I have not figured out where to disable all the traps. I've not found a way to get every single one, and I tend to not bother getting all of the kobolds. In fact, I tend to just swim through like Beef did. Get a couple here real fast, and we'll swim around this area just to make sure that I'm not let my auto search and my spot do some heavy lifting here. But the only trap box that I actually know about is over here. And I believe it only turns off these traps right in front of me. Doesn't turn off any of the rest of them, so yeah, it's an oddball room full of traps in my opinion. Alright, what kind of scary champ are you? See, in my mind, hero souls are way scary. Any of the ones that re-heal themselves, I think, are the more scary ones.
Mark of Chaos are pretty terrifying.
Mark of Chaos are very
Speaking of
terrifying.
which, Demon Soul are bad.
There's a lot more of them that are bad than are good. Depending on what
Soul
kind of monster
Cruelty.
you're fighting, the Soul of Ice are also terrifying. Demon Souls.
Yeah, I said that.
The Archon ones. Fey Touch.
Archon-
Fey Touch I'm not as worried about.
Archon ignore PRR and armor class, so Archon are terrifying because they will hit you hard regardless.
Well, they also heal themselves as well. So yeah, they hit you hard. They like to put big light dots on you, and they ignore all your defenses. All right, this is the giant boulder room. Beef likes to laugh at me here, because inevitably I will get hit by one of these boulders probably.
Grinding on stone can be heard from above.
Way over here, see if I can dodge a boulder. Hey, does that mean I can dodge a wrench now?
I don't know. I think it works the other way. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a boulder.
Hmm. This is an actual optional, right?
Yeah,
I've only gone in
I'm
here.
gonna kill these pots over here.
Okay. I've only gone in here like once before.
You kill Ratcher. You can kill Ratcher with your Rat Catcher.
Oh man, sounds like a match made in heaven. Yeah, this is pretty terrifying. Infernal Pack, giant rats.
Rapture falls.
Oh, he didn't like playing catch with all of my balls. You want to play as a giant kobold, even a regular size one? Yeah, I don't know. I think you could get away with
You know how they have alternate elf, like Wood Elf? I want them to release the Dwargar. I want to play as one of those guys.
That'd be alright. I was thinking, you know how there's like the transmog that turns you into like the gym kobold? I think that if you could get an effect that makes you like that a little bit longer, that'd be sweet.
There's a stuck spot in here, so if you're like waiting on somebody else, stay on this side of the altar, because you can get stuck once you get big if you go to the other side.
Definitely don't stand on top of the altar. That's what happened to me, and once I stood on top of the altar.
Yeah, if you're on top of it, or even if you're like back here, you can get stuck.
Get stuck on top of or inside these areas. It's really unfun. One of your favorite comic book villains is Fin Fang Foom. Oh, that's always a good one. I name all of my DDO dogs Fin Fang Foom. So like the wolves, anything that I can name, that's what I name on Fin Fang Foom. I don't know if it's still behind me. It might be over here in this drawer, but I actually have a like a 7-inch Fin Fang Foom. It's really more of an action figure, but we'll call it something else. I don't know what. One of those less childish names for action figures.
A figurine?
Something. The word I'm thinking of either, though. Also, you guys may not be able to see them.
A statuette?
Yeah, a statue, something. Model? There you go, model. Model sounds much more.
Did you put it together?
I took it out of the box.
If you didn't put it together, it's not a model.
Oh man.
A door closes and the kobold
Voice is on.
Yeah, always on.
Everyone, no one call us little. You've cornered Mektek in his chamber. The entrance has been blocked by a recent cave-in, and the kobold.
I think it's even like one of those like little kid ones.
Like from a Happy Meal?
No, let's see if I can find him here in a second and show you what I'm talking about.
How big Fergus is. What a big boy.
He's a biggins. Anything super sweet?
The effects of the artifact will wear off soon.
It's from like
You imagine all the amazing
they had like a Marvel
things you
play
do as a giant.
show or something.
Then you realize you're stuck in this cave until
Burger King
you
kids
return
meal?
to your normal size.
No, it didn't come to kids meal. Alright, well, I don't see the Fin Fang Foon handy. They're so dusty. I haven't pulled these out in ages. But, like we have the... Oh, wait. Hang on, before we get carried away. That was kind of a big deal. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. If you'd like to enjoy the rest of this kind of conversations and conversations like these, like miscellaneous Iron Man junk that I happen to have laying around my office, you need to visit us at twitch.tv/SamusGarobo and give us a follow over there. I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, please thumbs up this video, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Toodles.